Okay, great. So today's conversation is about how to maximize your DAISY earning potential. So it's about planning for success. You know, I've been an entrepreneur now for 35 years. I've been 31 years full-time in network marketing. And when you approach any enterprise, you always want to approach it with an attitude of how do you maximize your earning in opportunity? So do you personally know how to maximize your earnings? If you do, then you need to create a plan to make sure that you are achieving the qualifications to give you every opportunity that you can to achieve that, and set specific timelines. And one of the great things about the actual design of the DAISY pay plan is that it has built-in timeframes. The 48-hour grace period where you are fully qualified. Okay, so someone's saying to me that I'm not sharing the slideshow mode, so let me just do that. Thanks, Kwame. Okay, should be seeing the slideshow mode now?
Yeah, now it's better.
So you want to have very specific timelines, and we have a 48-hour grace period, and we have a 30-day qualification as well. And the thing is to take massive action. You know, if you're going to get an aircraft off the ground, you got this massive weight of aircraft, it takes massive action. So basically, when you look at the referral plan, there are fundamentally two things to consider. There's the upfront income that comes from the crowdfunding that we're all putting into this project. So the actual, as far as a contribution that we make. And on the back end, what Entertech is doing is creating the residual income from the trading profits, and that enables us to have that ongoing residual passive income. That's the income we make when we're working, when we're sleeping, when I'm on vacation. So the first thing you want to be very aware of is what crowdfunding tier level you're coming in at. If you look at this table, you can see there are 10 levels of actual contribution that you can make towards DAISY, and you can't skip any of them. You've got to start from the first one of the $100, and you basically progress your way up, adding each additional level of contribution. And the actual total value of all that, if you went all the way through, is $102,300. And of course, you can either fund that yourself with your external funds, or you can use the pay plan to build up and use your earnings to upgrade through the different tiers. And of course, then we move to looking at how do you qualify and maximize your income. So the first thing is looking at the tier levels you're coming in with and understanding that each crowdfunding contribution, each tier level, if we just go back there, every one of these tier levels opens up another earning center in terms of a matrix. So how do you maximize that? So the first thing we need to look at is in our matrix, we have 10 generations, and it's very important we use the right language here. So we've got 10 generations that we can potentially earn on. And in each of those generations, there's a certain number of people potentially that we can earn off their crowdfunding contribution to this project. So on your first, you know, and also you're looking at the number of personal people that you're going to refer to this, and that will impact it as well. So you've got the generations. The most important factor is how many people you personally introduce to this program, and then the total crowdfunding contribution of your personal referrals, not your whole team, but the people that you have personally referred to the DAISY project. So you look at this and you'll see that if we go back, 24 people is the minimum you want to be aiming for when you want to maximize your earning potential. Now, it doesn't matter what tier level you're at. This qualification is all about number of personal referred. So if you're in Southeast Asia or in India or in Africa or in Latin America, or maybe you're, you know, the average earnings is very low, you know, for a job and that, then $100 can be a lot of money. Don't think that's going to actually inhibit you from maximizing the earnings in this pay plan, because you can use your earnings to work your way up. But what you want to be focusing on is building towards 24 people personally enrolled and building up to 128,000 in total contributions from those referrals. The important thing too is to realize that your level of actual commitment in this doesn't mean that somebody else you know will be limited by that. So maybe you've only got $100 to put in, but some of the people that you know will be able to come in at a much higher level, and that's going to be able to boost up your total crowdfunding contribution. Because once you've got the 24 people personally enrolled, 128K, that's going to open up some really exciting opportunities for earnings I'm going to share with you. So in each matrix, you've got 3 people level 1, 9 people the next level, and all the way through. So every matrix offers 88,572 crowdfunding contributions that you can earn on. And I'll say it again. Each tier level opens up a matrix with 88,000 plus contributions. So when you have 10 matrices, that's 880,000 contributions that you can potentially earn on. So when you see these massive incomes, you've got to put that in context that with 880,000 potential contributions you can earn on, that's why there's such good earning potential with this. So basically, let's move forward. So you want to be thinking about the Pacesetter program. And this is all about being able to get a share of every crowdfunding contribution and also getting a share of all the trading profits that Endotech is going to be generating from when you become involved moving forward. And also getting a share of an additional 5% of Endotech stock. All the normal crowdfunders, basically everyone in general gets a share of 5%, but there's an additional 5% in there for Pacesetters. So what do you do to be a Pacesetter? Well, you need to unlock matrix generation number 10. How do you do that? We will see there in that red box, it's 24 personal referrals, 128K of total contribution from all of your referrals. You may have 30, 40, 50, 100 personal referrals to achieve that. There's no limit. There's no limit to how many people you can personally refer. So that will basically earn you, as I said, an ongoing income stream that's no longer dependent upon just what you're doing personally and your own personal team. Now, you want to see everybody succeed, because when you're a Pacesetter, you don't care if they're in your organization or another team's organization, because you're now getting a share of everything. So you're happy to add value and help everyone succeed because we all win together. And that's the great thing about this pay plan, is you're motivated to do your own team building, but you're also incentivized to help everybody succeed. And of course, if you create other Pacesetters, then basically you can get a share of what's called the leadership bonus. And here, Daisy has set aside some additional share of the total crowdfunding contribution and also an additional share of the trading profits. So you've got 2 opportunities, a total of 3.6% of all the contributions in crowdfunding and a total of 2.5% of all the trading profits is available. So every 3 Pacesetters that you develop, gold Pacesetters, you're getting a share of that. And there's no limit to how many of those shares you can get. On the back end, this is where a lot of people haven't realized where the real residual income is. You know, the upfront crowdfunding commissions are great, but we're all looking for residual income because you can't plan and make lifestyle decisions or life-altering decisions without residual income. So on the back end, which is earning on the trading profits, this is based on a uni-level structure. It's not the matrix. A uni-level is basically your personal referrals are level 1, and their personal referrals are level 2, and their personal referrals are level 3. So it's not about the matrix. There's no spillover in the uni-level structure. So on the trading income that you're earning on from your team, that's what you build from you down, okay? And it's unlimited width. You could personally enroll 100 people and have 100 people on level 1. So it's also compressed. So what this, without getting the technicalities, it basically means you've got the ability to earn way beyond 10 generations because the system is always looking to pay up to who's qualified. And of course, not everyone's going to be qualified for all levels. So you've got the ability to potentially be earning on 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 generations of people with the actual dynamic compression. But the qualifications are the same qualifications for the matrix on the front end. So in other words, you know, 10 people, sorry, to get paid 10 compressed levels, you need to have 24 personally enrolled and 128K of personal volume. So let's think about when we go live, which we know is not that far off now. How do you make the first 48 hours count? Well, what you do from this moment, this very moment right now, to go live makes a difference. And who would like to create their biggest 48-hour payday ever? Well, then you have a story to tell. If you've got a big payday in the first 48 hours, now you can go out to your friends and say, hey, look what's happened. Remember, stories sell, facts tell. People don't really care about numbers and all the stats. They care about success stories. So work towards becoming a gold pay setter. That's the GPS, and get the GPS advantage. And you've got an unfair advantage if you are already in Daisy or you're looking to become involved in Daisy from the get-go of 2.0, because everybody that comes in after the launch will basically have 30 days. But right now, you've got an unfair advantage because you've got this opportunity of all the time between now and go live plus 30 days. So you've potentially got, 35, 40 plus days to qualify for GPS. Remember, GPS is an income stream that pays you when you work, sleep, or on vacation. So you don't have to be constantly grinding away. And of course, if you create GPS qualifiers, and you can turbocharge your earnings. I always say people don't plan to fail, they simply fail to plan. So now you know what you need to do, you know what the action plan is, you know what the qualifications are. It's really all in your hands. So on that note, Ilya, I'm going to hand it back to you.